Hey there, Gary Meek with the Living in Sacramento team, and you are going through the seller process. You might just have caught this video on YouTube and you're like, what on earth is going on? Well, this is actually a series of messages setting out to talk to sellers, and it is all about what we in the Living in Sacramento team do to help our sellers be in the driver's seat, get top dollar, and make sure that everything goes exactly as they plan. So whether you're moving in a week, a month, or a year, we're here, Gary Meek and the Living in Sacramento team, help you get through this process. Make sure you are in the driver's seat the whole time. Make sure you're getting top dollar for your house. And today we're going to talk about inspection. Now, a lot of people think, well, inspections, that's the buyer's side. That's the buyer's responsibility. And oftentimes, at least in Sacramento and the surrounding areas, the buyer oftentimes pays for that. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm originally from the Bay Area. I lived in Fremont for many, many years before moving to Sacramento, but I've been in Sacramento 20 years. I still see buyers coming up here from the Bay Area. In the Bay Area, all home inspections, all pest inspections, roof inspections, sewer inspections, disclosures, sometimes even appraisals are done and put in a 3-ring binder for the seller's house, at their house. And those buyers that are coming up here, because we do get some of them, there's a pretty nice little swath of people coming up here that are looking in the Sacramento region, and they're going to expect that. So for those Bay Area buyers, to try and make them happy, that's one thing you should do. But that's not why I really recommend a seller get inspections. I get it. I recommend it because as a listing agent, I want my sellers to be in control the entire time. And so the best way for us to do that is to know everything that's going on with the property. So we listed the property, we put a home warranty on it just in case anything goopy happens, and then we do inspections. Now, during those inspections, we can find out if there are any major red flags. Is there a foundation issue? Is there a mold issue? Is there a roofing issue? Is there something crazy that's going on with inside that property that maybe you don't realize because you just live there? You know, hey, there was kind of a musty smell in the bathroom, no big deal. Well, then you push on some of the tile and it's very soft behind there and there's a ton of work. So we recommend inspections up front. So home inspection, pest inspection. Your house is probably built in the 80s and 90s or before that, I'm going to recommend a sewer inspection. Oftentimes we're going to recommend a roof inspection, and we'll often also recommend an HVAC investigation, but it's really not a inspection report. It's more of like a service call. So that way they can come clean it out, check everything. But that one's a little bit different, but there are several inspections that we recommend. And the reason is for you guys to be in the driver's seat as the sellers. So think about it. We find something out that's a huge red flag, 4 or 5, maybe even 12, 13 items on a list that are labeled red as in health and safety issues. Oftentimes they're health and safety issues, but they're kind of minor. So why not do the inspection up front, then bring in one of our local handyman or contractors that we have a great vendor list for you and have them fix all of those items so that when we go on the market, we take your inspection reports and we put them out on the MLS and we say, listen, here's the deal. You guys as buyers and agents, you are seeing this house as it is today. We've already done all your inspections. First of all, you're saving the buyer maybe even $1,000, right? So for the first time buyers, that might be a big deal. But second of all, you're also saying, hey, listen, we've done some of the big stuff or the red items or the health and safety items, but the rest of the stuff is maintenance and minor stuff. You guys get to deal with that. What it does is it makes the buyer have to write an offer with no inspection contingency. So we can push that issue, keep you in the driver's seat. The other way to look at that is people say, well, I don't want to spend the $1,000, right? Well, if I've already said, here's everything that the buyer's expecting, they see all the inspections, they know what they're buying, then they go, hey, we're assessing and we know what we're buying. But when the buyer orders the inspections, they say, I had no idea that these things needed to be done with this house, and now I need to renegotiate. And they're not going to come in and say, oh, well, these are all minor things, and we're just going to take it as is because we're not back in 2021. What they're going to say is, hey, we really want you to hire a licensed general contractor. We want you to fix all of these things. And once they start to see a small amount, 5, 6 things, it really snowballs to now they see every single little detail when it's happening. So any maintenance issues, any deferred maintenance, anything that's like, oh, well, it might need to be painted in a year or two. Well, we want the whole thing painted now. Buyers can be very aggressive, and if they have a good agent When they hire me as their buyer's agent, I'm going to be aggressive from that side, but I'm also taking it from the listing side and I'm being aggressive. That's why we do the inspections up front for you, right? So we recommend do this. Not all of our sellers do what we tell them to do, but hey, I'm not perfect. I always put out, this is what our marketing material is. This is how we do things. I want you to be in the driver's seat as our client. Now, that buyer comes back and says, hey, it's a lot of work. Now, that buyer may be in the trades and it's like, I can do all this for 500 bucks, but they don't tell you that, and you may not fully understand it. So they say, look, based on what we found in this home inspection, we're either going to need to back out or we're going to ask for this massive credit, 5,000 bucks. And of course, a good buyer's agent's going to say, well, it's $5,000. And a good listing agent's going to come back and say, well, let's meet in the middle at half, or let's negotiate something. But if we have done all the inspections up front, addressed the couple of big ticket items that has health and safety issues, now we say, listen, we've already done it all. There's no negotiations. You already bought this house as it is, as you saw it, as it was. There is no more negotiating. That keeps you as the seller in the driver's seat. And if that buyer says, well, we're going to back out, you know what? That's totally fine. We have 2 or 3 other offers. Usually that happens. We've got a couple people in backup position. And if you guys want to go look for another property, there's limited inventory. There's not a lot out there for sale. So they know, at least in this house, they know exactly what they're buying. So that is one of the reasons we do the inspections up front. We really, truly believe that protects you as the seller, because now you've got a home warranty on the property. We've done all the inspections up front, and you're giving them a home warranty after the fact. That is a huge 3-tiered protection against you for the next year. So that buyer comes back and says, well, something happened. There's really nothing for them to stand on. They can't come back and try and take you to small claims court. Can't, file an errors and omissions claim, usually because the inspections have been done. Home warranty was there. They signed off that I've seen all these inspections and I'm buying the house as is. So inspections are super, super, super important. Please listen to our recommendation and get your inspections done up front. We've got a great group of people that we work with on our vendor list and get all your inspections done very quickly. We've got a great team, like I said, home inspection, pest inspection, sewer, roof, mold. We have it all. We can get all those things done for you super quick. We can have it all done as part of your pre-negotiation, and by the time we go on market, we can have all your repairs done, and you are going to get absolute top dollar every single time you sell. So we hope that this has been helpful. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. I'm Gary Meek with the Living in Sacramento team. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, bell notifications, and check out the next video. Talk to you soon. Bye.